Koja Sobo,
Brother.
the EMY Awards,
EMY Africa
magazine.
Yeah.
You're just a media mogul here in Accra, the person to know.
Well, in the making.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I was at your awards. There's more than just the making there. If we did those awards in the UK, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much it would cost.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't cheap here either, though.
No, but as a brand, we uphold the highest level of excellence.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty much easier to do it here than in the UK, but it still comes with its own hassle.
Yeah. I mean, I want to learn more about EMY and all of the things you're doing, but first I want to know about you. So tell me your story.
Right. So my name is Koja Sobo. I'm Executive Director for EMY Africa. I consider myself a champion for African excellence, and that permeates through everything that I do. I believe that as a continent, and as a people, we are innately excellent, but we've been taught to think small. So I just use my platform to remind us who we are, what we have in us, and I think that the storytelling is very powerful, and so we use our platform to tell Africa's stories. Just to inspire and let people know that we've got it here. We've got the people, we've got the ideas, we've got the resources, we've got everything that will make us a great continent and a great people. I often tell people that a former Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, once said that history will be kind to me if I intend to write it. And what essentially he was saying was, if I don't tell my own story, in fact, no, what he was saying was, I will tell my own story. And you will then tell it the way I want you to tell it. Absolutely.
And one of the biggest challenges, I think, with Africa and why we're doing this campaign, Powered by Africa, is because it's so important to tell the stories in our own way. Vibrant, energetic, excellent, and these are all the things that you do, right? And you've been going for 10 years?
Yes, we've been going for 10 years. So EMY started as an award event, and over the 10 years, our vision grew bigger. So we are now, a living, evolving platform that tells Africa's stories. We project our brands and our talents, and we tell excellent African stories, through our global, events and projects. And before it was EMY was exclusive Men of the Year, but then it's evolved into what we have truly become, which is Evolve, Motivate, Yield Africa. Evolve because at the core of EMY is growth. We want to see Africa grow. We want to see our people grow. Motivate because storytelling is powerful. And over the years, we've used the power of narrative to light the path of others. And yield because success is not only through accolades, but it's through legacy. And we've celebrated the legacy of our people, so that our young people would know that people have lived here and have built wealth, have built great legacies, and so we need to believe in our continent. Storytelling is powerful, like I said earlier, and then the West has used that really well to brainwash a lot of our youth. And I think a few months ago I saw a story that really broke my heart. There were a few young Africans who were trying to go into Europe, but had disguised themselves as sheep. And they were caught. And I'm like, why would you do everything to go to Europe to making a life? It's because they have told the story really well. That is where paradise is. But the same people you're going to are coming here to take the resources, to take even our people. The storytelling is done in a way that it will convince you to come there and build the economy. And so we need to take the matter into our own hands as Africans and tell our stories and tell it beautifully, so that our youth will believe. Because the first thing we need our youth is to believe in our continent. And the only way we can do it is through inspiration. And just telling the stories of our people, what they've achieved and what Africa is truly worth.
I mean, look, if we don't believe in our own source, how can we expect others to?
Absolutely.
And you hit the nail on the head, because our African population is going to be the only population that grows significantly. We're going to be adding billions of people to this globe over the next century.
It's the youngest continent, you know, on Earth. And I read somewhere, according to an AU report, that 60% of Africa's population is youth. It's below the age of 25. And this is an asset that we need to protect at all costs. And the only way, one of the biggest way we can do it, because I always say that inspiration is one of the biggest catalysts for success. When you show representation, it encourages people. Representation matters a lot. So platforms like ours, where we celebrate Africans on huge, big platforms, we write about the stories. The young person can pick it up and read and be inspired. I want to be like Dangote. I want to be like Ofori Sapon. I want to be like Alex Dade. I want to be like all these big names that we celebrate on our platform. And the stories of these people are very interesting. It's not like they walked through the park to achieve all the things that they achieve. Obviously, there will be challenges. But we have it here. We have the resources here. We have the people here. We have the know-how. We have the ideas. And so we need to believe in ourselves.
And one of the interesting things about the people that you showcase is some of them have done excellent work across the Africa subcontinent. And others have demonstrated their talent beyond the Africa subcontinent. And so, as you meet and you interview these people and you award these people, what are the consistent threads that you've identified that have led to their successes? And are there differences between the person, the Messa Desai, Marcel Desai, or Mr. Sapon? Is there a big difference in terms of their own journeys and stories?
So one thing that I learned from all these people is commitment. The commitment to your passion, to your dream. A lot of young people want to see success quickly. They want to be visible quickly. But you need to bid your time. You need to work hard, pour into your passion, and the visibility will come, the rewards will come. All these people did not become who they are overnight. They really worked hard, and these are some of the things that we need to showcase. These are some of the stories that we need to tell our young people. So you need to be very committed to your passion, to your dream. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it takes it's a shorter period of time. But staying true to your passion and your dreams and your vision will definitely get you there. And just believing in yourself and in our continent, that we have it. A lot of the times people think that we can't do big things here. We are very sometimes because of things that we've heard about ourselves that we unfortunately believe, we are not able to really tap into our inner excellence and do great things. So I think that is gradually changing through platform like ours, where sometimes we do events and people think the event was done in Europe because of how good the event was put together, the excellence in production and everything. So what makes us different at EMY Africa is that we don't just celebrate or we don't just tell Africa's story, but we tell it excellently. So you look at our print; it's beautifully done. When it's picked up, it's a good representation of Africa. When you watch our awards, it's a good representation of Africa. I always say that everybody is an ambassador for our continent. You are an ambassador, I am. So how are you representing our continent? Whatever opportunity you get, if you're working anywhere in the world, you need to bring your best foot forward because you are an ambassador. Somebody will see you, oh, you come from Africa? Well, that is a great impression you've created there because of the good work that you've put there. So I always say that do good work and put it out there. Be loud about the work.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk about media in Africa. Right? And so you are a media mogul in many respects. Best in class, certainly in Ghana, but in fact Ghana and beyond. How would you describe the current landscape, and also how do you think it has room to evolve?
I think the media landscape is evolving, is growing. The world is basically in our hands now because of social media. Wherever you are, whatever information just travels quickly, and I think that new media is taking over. These days, big brands even engage new media for PR.
Yeah.
And the evolution is really big here. We have so many great new media that are doing incredibly well. When I'm doing events in the UK, in New York, everywhere, I get some of these new media to put out the word. And what is interesting is that somebody in the UK will see it, somebody in Ghana would also see it. So the evolution is really being felt, and the young people are doing really well.
Yeah. But I noticed with the EMY Africa Awards, you still had lots of new media.
Yes,
but at the same time, traditional media.
Yeah, we had traditional media, of course.
Still there.
Yeah.
So how, do you think one is more important, or do you think it's evolving over time?
I think that is a blend, and even the new media, the traditional media have a new media department.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So everybody's trying to move with the times.
Yeah.
Because people hardly watch TV these days. Because I get home, I'm tired. I hardly put on my TV.
Yeah.
But if you're on social media, you see the news quickly. You're on your phone. See the news quickly. So even the traditional media have new media departments. Almost all the traditional medias have social media platforms that they put news. So whatever they say on TV or radio, they put it on.
And that's how they break news.
That's how they break news.
You know, my old political hat on.
Yep.
You know, and very seldom did usually I find out stuff from journalists if I was involved, or my party or whatever. But if I wasn't directly involved, it wouldn't be the traditional media.
Yeah.
It would be them breaking the news via social media.
But even sometimes when the news is broken on the traditional media, somebody will snap it on their phone and put it on social media. That's how it goes viral. Yeah.
Okay. And so, how, in your opinion, leveraging platforms like your own, can we inspire more people across the globe to engage with everything that Africa already does? Not what it will be in the future, but how it's already powering the world and the things it has to offer.
So there's a distorted image of Africa, and it's been an agenda for a very long time because of what we are worth. I think that people are afraid of what Africa can come into because the Africans are resilient, we are intelligent, we have great ideas, we have resources. It's one of the continents that has the best weather. Do you get what I mean? So we have it all. But somehow the image of Africa, people think that people still believe that people live in trees here in Africa. That when you come out of your house, you see a tiger walking there and all those kind of things. I think that we need platforms like yours, like mine, to disabuse people's minds about what Africa is. That is how it's going to open up. People bring in more investment, people visit more. Our people will even believe in ourselves. I bet you that there are some Black Americans who don't want to, or blacks outside who don't want to come to Africa because they believed in the false distorted, the falseness, and the false stories that are being told. So it is our duty to use whatever platforms we have to tell stories about Africa and tell it well, tell it beautifully, so that people would be interested. Everything is storytelling. Storytelling is powerful. So you're telling the story, but how you tell the story is it going to be convincing enough, and what kind of image are you putting out there? So what I am doing and that is my life's work, is to use my platform to tell Africa's story, but not just tell it anyhow, but tell it excellently, so people know true worth as Africans.
Two more questions, then we're done. The first question is, what would your advice be to African Americans, people of African descent across the globe, diaspora communities, who are looking at Africa and saying, well, I'd love to engage in a more productive way than maybe just coming every December? What would your advice be to those people?
I think you come and invest, come and buy a house. Real estate is booming here in Africa. Come and invest in a creative space. Our fashion is booming. I feel like the world has lost ideas, and they are looking into Africa for ideas. So our fashion is great. Our music, Afro pop is booming. We have the likes of Burna Boy, Wizkid. Their music is fresh. The world is dancing to it. So people out there, if you have resources, come here. This is the time to come and invest in Africa. We are not living in trees. Africa is beautiful. Sometimes the things you see here, the cars you see here, some of the houses you see here would blow your mind. I remember we hosted Stevie Wonder at my board chairman's house.
Nice.
I think 3 years ago, and his team were blown away by some of the cars, the infrastructure that they saw. So yeah, we've got it here. We have rich people here. We are thriving. And this is a great place to put your resources.
Yeah, amazing. And finally, what's the ambition? What next for you?
So it's EMY Africa. We've celebrated our 10 years. So we're going to grow bigger and better. Like I said, we have rebranded. We have reimagined our identity. And so yeah, we are growing bigger. We are going to tell bigger stories. We are going to throw more light on our people, on our brands, and we are going to amplify Africa's voices globally through our platforms.
Amazing.
And so, yeah, this is our 11th year. We are doing events in Ghana and around the world. So just follow us on EMY Africa on all socials, so you'll see all the great things that we are doing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Kojo, really good to connect with you.
Thank you, my brother.
To hear more about your story, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you as you continue to progress.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
It's a pleasure, my brother.
Take care, man.